Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany and I make content on intentional living. And today we're going to be focusing on 5 frugal luxuries that I've really been enjoying lately. Since I have been focusing on my budget, sometimes it can feel like I'm saying no to everything that I want. But these are 5 things that make me feel like I'm not missing out on anything and that I can treat myself to while still maintaining a responsible budget. Treating yourself doesn't have to be as expensive as you think it might be. Let's go ahead and get into my first frugal luxury. Okay, for my first frugal luxury is actually eye patches. I really wanted to get into the road under eye patches. I see everybody on social media posting with them, but when you spend 25 for 6, I knew I was going to burn through probably a lot of them, and it just didn't feel like it was going to fit my budget. I've actually been using these reusable silicone under eye patches, and I'm not wearing any face creams or anything like that right now. So this is what my skin looks like without any foundation, and it's been working really well. I did have a little bit of darker, you can still see some darkness here, but I did have some over here and it's been looking a little better. But I'm also doing a resurfacing cream right now as well, and I have red light therapy on the way. So hopefully my skincare routine is going to level up. But with the road ones, like I said, being 6 for $25, it just wasn't going to work out for my budget right now. And I decided to take a look at the ingredients. Obviously, it's really hard. I'm sure there are probably dupes of the road ones now, or so probably coming. But CeraVe is what my dermatologist recommends for me. And obviously, Rhode is known for their peptide ones, and this is a peptide complex. And when I looked at the key ingredients, obviously caffeine was a key ingredient in glycerin, and I highlighted those on there. You can see at least 2 of the key ingredients are part of the CeraVe as well as the road. And then I'm not too sure about all the peptides, but this is a peptide complex, but I don't know how to read that in terms of all the ingredients. But essentially all this is a silicone patch, and sometimes I'll put these in the fridge as well, so it has the cooling effect. And I'll go ahead and put one on now. So you just stick it on there. My baby's sleeping upstairs in my room, otherwise I would have used my bigger bathroom. This one has the pretty wallpaper at least. Now that I have it all in there, and honestly, these stick really well. I feel like I should do the other one, even though I'm just filming. And yeah, this has been like a really nice boost of at least caffeine for my under eyes, and I feel like my skin's been looking really nice. I'm really happy with it. And again, I wanted something I could have just gone for the road, spent the $25. I probably would need to spend $25 multiple times a month. So that easily can be $25 to $100 a month getting these eye patches. But I made a decision that it wasn't going to fit my budget. I looked at the key ingredients and went and found the solution for me. This came with a pack of 4 different colors. Obviously, I'm playing with the pink one right now. I have black, purple, and blue as well. These are reusable. You just put them under the water in the sink to rinse them off. Make sure you keep them clean. Obviously, you can wipe them down with alcohol as well. And these were, I think, $5 or $6 for a pack of 4, and they're reusable. I should be able to use these for, I would like to take one pair would at least last like a year, if not longer. And I got this cream for $16.88, and I've done quite a few, and it feels like I barely used any of the cream so far. I think it should last me a little bit, but $16.88 will definitely last me more than 6 units. I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm able to use under eye patches and not feel like I'm breaking the budget. For this next frugal luxury, we gotta hop on over to the grocery store. My next frugal luxury is actually clearance flowers. If you go to a certain section in your grocery store, they have flowers that they are getting rid of. Instead of paying full price for it, you can get a really good deal. This is one of my favorite frugal luxury hacks. This next one might honestly be my favorite one. In the fall, I got a clearance fall wax warmer and I put it by my front door. When you would walk in, you would get a fresh scent of fall or pumpkin or whatever I had going at that time. And honestly, I've fallen so in love with walking in my house and getting hit with the fresh fragrance that I left it out all year round. And now it has become a staple for my house. Every time I receive a guest, I always get compliments on how nice my house smells. And I just think it just levels up the whole home experience, especially when you're having guests and you can walk in, your home smells really nice. I think it just levels everything up, and candles can get really expensive. Even if you get some on the cheaper side, I mean, if you get like the really, really cheap ones, I just feel like the quality is that good and who knows what the ingredients are in it. Those can, better quality ones can easily be 20, 30. I mean, there was a while where I was into the XO McKenna candles before I work part time from home, and those are $50 candles. And I just can't participate in that anymore, even though she's one of my favorite creators and her fragrances are well worth it. It's just not realistic for me. And one of the things that I like about the wax warmer is I have it on a Wi Fi plug. I can schedule it. I usually do a few hours in the morning when my husband's leaving for work and I am coming down the stairs. Either I'm going to leave for errands or I'm just down here for the morning. And my entry is right next to my stairs. When I come down in the morning, it smells really good. And I will put it on for the afternoon. And then obviously, when I know I'm receiving guests as well, I'm going to flip the camera and show you guys what I have. But otherwise, this Frugal Luxury, I'm telling you, if you get a wax warmer on sale, they're usually not that expensive anyway. You can get one for like $10 at Walmart or even on Amazon, I think. And then wax melts. I remember back in the day in college, I was getting wax melts on sale. I think you can't afford a dollar. They're probably $2 or $3 now, but you can still get wax melts really cheap depending on the quality of wax that you're willing to do. And I will link the ones that I use in the description. But let me go ahead and show you my setup. Okay, this is my setup here. Right when you walk in, you get hit with the fragrance. It's my fall wax warmer. And then these are the melts that I've been doing most recently, the natural soy wax. And it has rose, lavender, jasmine. I just thought it was really pretty that it had the flakes of the flowers in them. And I love rose is probably one of my top 5 scents. You know what? All three of these are probably my top 5: rose, lavender, and jasmine. I did jasmine incense around Christmas because I got that train incense diffuser, and I did jasmine, and it was so beautiful to smell. So I'm really excited. And then that's my Wi-Fi plug. I do not recommend Wemo. I got those years and years ago when I worked at Best Buy. So definitely look into a different brand, but I just put that out so I could show you guys. You can schedule it, and you can also turn it off from the app as well. So if you guys are looking up to elevate your home and have a little slice of luxury walking into a beautiful fragrance, having a wax warmer right here is a 10 out of 10. Okay, for the fourth frugal luxury is actually cotton napkins. I wasn't sure I wanted to do this at first because I was like, oh, I don't want to deal with the stains and having to wash them all the time. But I have been handing out paper towels, and my husband hates paper towels. He wants me to use more reusable rags in the kitchen as well. And I just thought that it would be a really pretty touch to elevate when I host guests. And I've actually loved it so much, I started using it for myself in our regular dinners. I have definitely cut down on our use of paper towels. These ones are 100% cotton and they actually weren't that expensive. I got a pack of 12 for $24. So they're about $2 a napkin. And with the cost of paper towel, I think I would definitely pay for them in less than a year. I have no idea what the math is on that. So I'm pretty sure I'm like way overestimating if I say it would take like a year to make your money back on that. But obviously, it depends on what you're eating too and how messy things are. But this is definitely a good step for me on cutting out paper towels, and it elevates my dining experience. I'm kind of in this hosting era where I do love to have people over to my house. And while I have friends over here and there, my most consistent guests are my parents. We trade off weekends hosting for each other. One week we go to their house, and the next week they go to theirs. And I put in a lot of work on my dinners, and I think this will be a really nice way to elevate and make it feel a little bit nicer. And this is also an opportunity for me to maybe start doing napkin rings. I know getting into acne rings isn't super frugal, but maybe I can find some on clearance. And I mostly want to do it for the holidays. Like I could just see like a gold pumpkin or something like that on here. That would be really cute. But this is an affordable way to really elevate your place setting and make your dinners feel a little bit more special. For me, this is my fourth frugal luxury. Okay, up until now, my frugal luxuries have been pretty practical, but this one is a little bit indulgent and for me. And my fifth frugal luxury is luxury dupes. So I actually think the Birkin is a really cute bag, and I was kind of late to the work-in Walmart one, and I didn't really like the colors anyway. I think that was like a yellow and a bright blue. There might have been a black as well. And then there were the was it is it called Five Below? The Five Below dupes as well. And that pink was pretty, but still I think it was pink, black, white, maybe blue for that too. And I don't know. I didn't they weren't at my store and I wasn't really jumping on it, but I think it was just advertised it on Target and this one came up and I like that it's actually shorter and compact. I'm really into that style bag right now. I haven't previously been into purses. I wear jean shorts every day and I would just walk around with a card wallet and a key in my pocket and I didn't carry anything. But honestly, now that I have my son, I like to keep a few diapers and some wipes in my bags at all time. And now I'm also religiously wearing sunscreen and lip balm. So I like to carry that with me as well. And also doing YouTube, having a battery pack with you is really practical as well. So I've definitely gotten way more into carrying purses and but I don't actually have any. I have my 93 moments pin bags which I carry around, but the circle one is a little bit small for diapers and wipes and things like that. And I don't know, I've always liked the style of the Birkin, but obviously I'm never going to get a Birkin. And just luxury dupes in general, for me, I've always had the perspective of eh, like why pretend to have a luxury item? Like if you can't afford it or whatever, what's you don't need to pretend to have it. But I think this is a far enough departure where I don't think anybody's looking at me and being like, oh, that's a Birkin. Like I don't feel like I'm pretending to have a Birkin. And I don't really have any desire to ever spend that kind of money on it. I mean, who knows? Like if I'm a billionaire one day and $20,000 is like $20 to me, then maybe that could be a thing for the future. But I've also been really interested in getting a brown bag. I'm super into wearing greens and pinks. And I think when you have a black bag, when you wear like prettier, I call them prettier colors, but like more like pastel like pinks and things like that, the contrast of the black and the pink can be pretty in a lot of instances, but I think this is a little bit more neutral. I do wish it was a little bit lighter, but I still think this is a really, really pretty brown color. And then this is the other color that I'm super into wearing right now. And I think brown and green is actually so, so pretty. But so this was from Target. I got this for $36. Even now, like Coach is a really trendy brand to get, which is more affordable. But even then, sometimes the bags can get up to be a few $100s, and that's just not for me right now. So it's fun to be able to participate in styling that is something that you're fond of and into, but at a more affordable price. And then I don't know, the listing had it like CJ or something, but on here it says Adelberto. This is obviously just like a random brand from the internet, but and then the inside just has the one pocket and the shoulder strap. And I don't know, I just thought it was really cute. This part kind of bothers me a little bit, but I will play around with it. Maybe I could press it down a little bit. And then I'm thinking about maybe getting like a gold press or some kind of gold foil where I can maybe put some initials there or something. That would be really pretty. I've seen that on the Birkins as well. And I've also been really into purse chains as well. Maybe I would be able to put one of those on there. But this is kind of my Birkin dupe in my fifth frugal luxury. Sometimes it's not practical to participate in designer pricing, but there's so many things out there now where you can still get the styles that are really inspirational to you for a really affordable price. And like I said, this isn't as practical as some of the other things, even though I'm definitely in this phase where I think I want to have about like 5 bags total, just a multiple sizes. I'd like to have one really large one, one small one. This is a good medium one. So about 5 for me, and I'm up to 2. I got a black one for Mother's Day, and now I have this one. So I'd like to get one like oversized tote, and that, maybe 3 is a good collection for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know if you're here and you're on your budgeting journey as well, it can definitely be discouraging sometimes just saying no to everything, especially if you're somebody who was used, like for me, I used to have a 6-figure job, and now that I don't do that, I am so, so grateful to spend time with my son. But it definitely is an adjustment mentally from being able, one being just me and my husband, where we were able to do whatever we wanted, and then having my son, but also having him now and having some constraints on not just being able to like go out to the movies or go to a concert, or we even want to hop over international trips or hop over and do international trips now, and there's the additional cost and thought process that goes along with that, and then to add the budgeting on top of it has been a big mental adjustment. Like, we weren't like swimming in money before, but when I was making more money, we could obviously spend more money. We could do the international trips a little bit easier, and I could buy things in the house a lot quicker than I am now. So it's nice to have these little frugal things that still feel like a treat, feel like an elevation of your life, feeling like you're not saying no all the time, and is still something you can enjoy. I hope it inspired you if you're on your budgeting journey to maybe have some practical luxuries in your life. Luxury doesn't have to be expensive. Luxury is actually just a feeling. Obviously, these brands build up their names to mean something, but at the end of the day, their products probably aren't that expensive, and it's just the feeling, the name, and the brand behind it. So you're able to create that own feeling yourself for your and with these products in your own life to create those little luxuries for you. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.